sweating.
Yeah, it's hard. Hi, Meg. So for the second time, we're gonna be competing together.
Yeah.
We have been working since when?
2021, June of 2021.
Nice. So it's been
3
years.
years.
Hey, happy anniversary!
I know, right?
Freaking awesome. So tell me about this journey.
I can tell you, for the most part, it's been better than the first one. First prep can be really difficult because you've never experienced it before.
Yeah, it's like going in the dark. Like you don't know where you're going.
Right, exactly. It's something you've never experienced before. And we've also made a lot of improvements since then. So adding more muscle makes it a little easier to get leaner. Not that this process is ever easy, but we've definitely had a much different looking prep than the last time. And I've had some tough moments, but for the most part, I'm counting my blessings this prep for sure.
Awesome. So tell me about those moments. Tell me about those low days. I mean, tell me what went through your mind. I mean, I just want to get into your head and see what is Meghan thinking.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you probably the first major moment was that moment at the March, I think it was March team training.
Okay.
When it was just written on my face. Like it was
I could tell.
It was just one of those prep days. Like you could tell, Lloyd could tell, like there was clearly something wrong. And it was a day I woke up, wasn't worried about my weight. I thought I looked good, like no worries. But then like mid-morning, it just like hit that all of a sudden I just felt like I wanted to cry the whole day. The whole rest of the day, I just wanted to cry. And you even pegged it. You came up to me after I finished up a leg press set, and you're like, "How do you feel?" And I'm like, "I'm tired and hungry." And you're like, "No, Meg, like, how do you feel? Like, do you want to scream? Do you want to cry?" And I'm like, "I want to cry." And it was just one of those days that you don't know why your emotions are acting that way, but you're just emotional. And that's just a day that you kind of have to, like you said, pull back training a little bit. Don't push quite as hard. Take care of yourself, and then, move on to the next day. And really that's what we did. We just got through that one day, and the next day, weight dropped and emotions were better and like all of those things. So a lot of the times it's just, you can't even explain why you feel the way you feel. You just know that you don't feel good. You either don't feel happy or you feel just extremely drained or exhausted or whatever. And it's just, it's about just getting through those days, because the next day is usually a whole lot better.
Yeah, 100%. For experience, like every time it was my worst days, like I remember going, like I had to take naps just because I'm so hungry. I cannot eat.
Yeah.
Like I had to wait my 2 hours or 2.5 hours.
You had to do something.
I gotta okay, I need to go to sleep. Just like my stomach hurts, but I know like those hard days, I know the next day I was leaner.
Right.
It's part of the course. Yep. Unfortunately, it's not what we're looking for, but it's part of it. Okay, we sign up for this. It's definitely tough. So you mentioned about it's being a different prep. So what has been so different this time around?
I would say first we actually had to cut food harder earlier than we did the first time around, because body wasn't doing a ton, weight wasn't moving a ton, and we're like, hey, we got to make something happen. Yep. So we had to cut food harder earlier, which was difficult for the early part of prep. But then, really coming down the last, 8 weeks or so, I felt like we were on cruise control. We were pulling back cardio. We were keeping food the same, doing some refeeds through that. Whereas the last prep, we didn't have to cut as hard early, but late, push more late. Last prep, we got into, the last 6 weeks or so, and we were having to do, keto. So no carbs. We were doing 2+ hours of cardio a day, just literally running me into the ground. So definitely thankful that we cut earlier to be able to go into cruise control here, down the stretch, because it's been just nice.
Totally. It's being definitely pay off. Yeah. It's just the process change. It all depends on your body.
Oh, for
it's
sure.
Like every time you ask them, like, how about this? Should I do this? They're like, well, I need to see what's going on first, right? Let me see. So like that, we make different adjustments. But yeah, totally. I know it was a totally different prep, and the results are there.
Yeah.
We are leaner. Yep. We are bigger. Yep. We are harder. Yeah. And man, I mean, we had a pretty good success last time, first time competing. Right. So talking about that, so what is your expectation for tomorrow? What do you see yourself, if there is any?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, first prep, not a lot of expectations. Came out overall winner, same show. So while there may be other better competition here this weekend, like I don't expect anything less than another win. Honestly, I feel good. I feel confident about what we've done with how drastically different I look this time around. That I don't see how we don't come away successful.
I like it. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be a great experience again.
Yep.
I know you're going to have everybody fired up down here. Yeah. Okay. You already know there's going to be a lot of emotions going through.
For sure.
But whatever the results, the end goal, happens, we already made improvements. And you got to understand, this is just a stepping stone for what's coming next. Yep. Okay. This is not the end line.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. So whatever happens, you just know whatever comes next in the next 2 weeks. Well, it's going to be harder, okay? But it's going to be better. In what sense? Like, you're going to be better.
Yep.
Okay? So whatever happens tomorrow, happens. Yes, we want to win, but we already won because, we made 2 years of improvement.
Oh, yeah.
A better prep. You look amazing. And this is just a local show. We going big.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Absolutely.
So tell me about how's been your experience working with me for the last 3 years?
Amazing. Like I wouldn't have worked with you for 3 years if it wasn't,
I guess.
But no, I think we just,
high five.
Right. No, we have a great relationship, which is great. We started as friends before you were my coach, so that comfortability was already there. So just thankful for the experience, your knowledge, your communication, your support. Because I'm sure that coaching,
even with the Spanglish,
yeah, that's true. That's the, if I had one complaint, no.
Hey.
No, I'm just kidding. No, there is times.
No more food.
Right. He said no more carbs for her. No, that's I may have to ask you extra questions to clarify your Spanglish, but it is what it is.
Like, I just told her this.
I know. I'm like, you got to say it a different way.
I get it.
But no, besides that, it's great, and I know that female athletes were not always the easiest because females are females. So I appreciate you dealing with us a lot. So
I appreciate that. Yeah. So lastly, talk to me about your support system.
Just in general? Here I feel like just the Rise family is super, super supportive. I don't come from a bodybuilding family or a fitness forward family. So that's been a little bit of an adjustment, them kind of just understanding what I'm doing. 100%. They've become more, supportive over time, but I would say that the Rise family has, been my family in this world. And then of course, super supportive husband, because he does everything that he possibly can to let me succeed here. So super thankful for him, and just some other friends that'll be coming up this weekend too.
100%. So. Talking about your husband, yeah. I'm going to close this, but he texted me a few times like, hey, I need you to check on Meghan. Like, I need her to be good.
I told you there was a couple of days.
What Meghan needs to be better. We do whatever.
Yeah.
So just know that person at home is your person.
Yeah. No, I know that. Yeah. So I'm very thankful for him. There's been times I didn't know that he texted you to text me, but yeah, I definitely appreciate that help, because sometimes what we live with each other. Sometimes that can, fall on deaf ears sometimes, but when you get the other people involved, like you and other, Rise friends and stuff like that involved with just pouring out love, support, encouragement, like it's, I haven't made, that's
awesome.
For sure.
Awesome. So. Well, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
It's been 3 years and still, keep it moving forward.
Yeah, we are.
So let's just have fun tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
It's a play day tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Cool. Awesome.